Hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let me show you how we took a space and we transformed it from this to this. So this project is one of my most favorites that we have done so far, and I actually filmed the whole thing before I even started my YouTube channel, and watching that footage is what motivated me to finally start this YouTube channel because I thought the results were just so incredible. When we bought this house in 2011, this room is what sold us on buying the house. It's a garage that was converted into an extra living room with a vaulted ceiling, and it just feels so nice and open, and it's a nice big space for our whole family to gather. But this room has always looked dark and outdated. There is one window in the room, and it's on this side, but it has a covered porch over top of it, so it kind of blocks all the natural light coming in. And then on this side, there was just a big blank wall with a shelf that went the whole way. I never knew how to decorate the shelf. I actually went on Zillow to see what the previous owners did with it, and you'll never believe, I saw a whole line of dolls, like porcelain dolls, lined up on that shelf. And I asked the neighbors about the owners before them, and they said that they had collected plates, and they put that shelf up there to display all their plates. Well, I don't have dolls and I don't have plates, so I was really excited to see that shelf go away. Also below it was a chair rail with some paneling, and I always wanted to get that paneling off, but I didn't know what was behind there, if they had drywall, so I was just really intimidated and just let it go. But we did do other updates. We replaced the carpet and put in vinyl flooring. I replaced all the light fixtures and put in modern ones, and then I took down the cloth wallpaper and I painted it blue 9 years ago. I also threw around the idea about a dozen times to paint this brick accent wall behind me, but I could never land on an idea that I liked, so I've just left it. But there is one thing I always knew that I wanted to do, and it was to put a huge picture window on that big wall to just open up the view to our backyard so we could see my flower garden. And I also knew that it was south facing so that it would just let in loads of extra light and just completely change the atmosphere of our downstairs. So I got so inspired one night and went on Facebook Marketplace, and I found a guy who was selling these brand new Pella windows. They were overstock and he was selling them for a fraction of the price. The window that I liked was huge, 70-inch picture window with a main unit and then two sides that opened up. It was over $4,000 in value, and he was selling it for $400. So I took it and showed it to my dad, who is a retired finished carpenter, and he said it was of course a great deal and that he thought with his help we could put it in pretty easily. So we went ahead and bought the window and we got started. Here's a very satisfying before video. The ugliest part of our house is about to disappear. I'm so glad that I'll never have to figure out how to decorate this odd shelf again. We were all so excited, but my son's excitement level was unhinged.
Trying to impress me, pulling out all the stops. Making my head dizzy when you tell me what you want.
Now we'll finally be able to see what's behind the paneling, and there's drywall. We could have done that 10 years ago. My dad came bright and early, and he had me hold a vacuum because we thought the mess was just going to be so minimal. Little did we know. Right before I decided to do this, I had washed all my light fixtures and done all my fall cleaning. I definitely should have waited. Look how cute they were, all lined up watching. What a way to wake up in the morning. It was Columbus Day, so they had off school, so we were their entertainment for the day. While her parents were preoccupied, our youngest decided to help herself to the snack cupboard. Once we removed the insulation, look what we found. Remember what I was saying about it being a garage? Well, we knew that, but we didn't realize there'd be a block wall there. Also behind that was another brick wall. The exterior of the house was actually siding, so we did not anticipate this at all. And the way they added this addition was structurally incorrect, which caused so many problems now that we had to deal with both things. We decided to just keep going and just brace it along the way until we could finally get a good support system in there. So first we had to get all that block out of there, and we got the kids to help us. And look at what a mess it made. I feel like every major project we've done in our house, there's always been a major challenge to overcome. Nothing is ever easy. Although the kids were having fun. I mean, come on, how fun is it to break stuff? Hey, Julian. They all got glasses on. My dad is incredibly intelligent and he never gives up. He was determined to figure out how to do this. We started with the beam across the top and then removed the sides and put a new support there on the left. And now we were able to remove the brick. Man, look at that kid go! By now we were on day 2 and we were finally able to open it up. I loved how the sun was already just pouring in and filling the whole room. She was so sweet, she didn't know what to think of it. While the guys put the window in, I went ahead and steamed a little bit of wallpaper that was left behind the shelf. That way we could go ahead and prep the wall and get ready for paint. And take a look at this beautiful inset window casing my dad built. It was one perk to having a thicker wall, we could do a deeper set window, which is beautiful. He finished up and then handed the reins over to me, and now it was my turn. I decided to paint all the windows white to match the rest of the house. I took off old existing trim that just kind of dated it, and then I painted everything a grayish color that matched the rest of the house as well, just so everything would be cohesive. I'm a photographer by trade and I had a wedding that weekend, so I was trying so hard to get this done in a day, and I actually did it. These 11-foot ceilings were barely reachable. I learned a cool trick when you're painting large spaces to paint in V formations, that way you'll never see your existing lines, and it did a really great job. Then on the exterior of the window, we went ahead and put all the siding back on, and we bought new shutters that matched the rest of the house, that way it would just blend right in. On the interior, I added window treatments. I got muslin, drapes, and then these blinds. Oh, watch your head. I decided on zebra shades. These were really easy to install and I love the function of them. When you pull them down, you can see the light through if you want to, or you can line the stripes up and then you can have it completely shaded depending on what you need. Now there's more light in the room, I could see other things like this fireplace. It was really dingy, it had a screen covering it before, but the kids are old enough so we took it off, and behind it was all scratched and worn, and I thought I could just give it a really quick makeover. So I removed the glass and gave it a quick cleaning, and then I used this high heat paint to paint all the black areas. Then to get all the built up soot off the glass, I used a Scrub Daddy and some pink stuff, and that worked great, and I put it all back together. Sometimes things as simple as just giving something a good cleaning or a really quick makeover will just make such a big impact in your home. I always love to look for ways to fix up the things I already own. And now we're done with that, let me show you the final result. So we've lived with this window now for over a year, and we've had a front row seat to all of the season changes through this beautiful window. And there's something about just stopping and enjoying nature that really just brings you so much peace, even if it's through a window. And this one update actually changed our whole lifestyle in this room. Our kids bring their books and their blankets, and we have loads of games underneath our coffee table now. Everybody just wants to be here because it's bright and it's light and it's just so life-giving. And this one update actually changed the whole lifestyle of this room. We have a coffee table now, stuffed with games, and kids love to bring their books with blankets in here and just gather, and everybody likes to be together because it's just so bright and welcoming now. And now that it's nice and bright in here, I feel like it totally changed the look of that brick accent wall that we had, plus painting everything neutral. It's the only thing with a little color, and I feel like it looks pretty good now. And I want to ask your opinion, if you thought maybe I should update it or leave it as is. A few options that I had thought of were lime washing, just to kind of neutralize it a little bit more, or even putting some drywall on either sides of the fireplace and then just leaving like a brick chimney stack going up. With some shelving, that kind of thing. So if you want to share some ideas with me, put them in the comments below because that might be a future project that I'll be working on. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this. If you did, here are several more videos that I have that you might like. So I'll see you over there, and I'll see you next time. Bye!